Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Tech and Life. After a long gap, I'm doing a video on machine learning, and also after 1 year, more than 1 year, this is my first video in Tech and Life. Sorry for the late, guys. Due to some technical reasons, I was late to post this video. So let's start. Let's restart our Tech and Life journey with this video. That is difference between predictive learning, descriptive learning, and prescriptive learning. So as you see in this picture, so we have three different of types of learnings. That means we may feel that these are not the three different types of learning. So you may feel that supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement or ensemble learning is an alternative thing, or some kind of optional thing. But in case of artificial intelligence, these three are the most important learning patterns. So predictive learning, descriptive learning, and prescriptive learning. So we need to know the difference between these three. Then only you can get an idea about what is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning, even ensemble learning. So without any further delay, let's start our video with the difference between descriptive learning, prescriptive learning, and predictive learning. But we need to follow an order, right? So let's start with descriptive learning first, then predictive learning second, and finally prescriptive learning third. So with some small examples, I will try to explain the difference between these three things in this video. So without any further delay, let's jump into this video. But before that, I would like to request you all guys to subscribe to my channel Tech and Life, and also press the bell icon so that you will never miss any update further from this channel. And let's start to know about what is descriptive learning. So as name mentions, it describes something, right? So what it describes? Before knowing what it describes, we need to know about data. So in my previous videos, I thought I guess I already explained about different types of data. That means structured, semi-structured, and third one is unstructured. So structured means which are in the form of rows and columns. For example, it's a kind of Excel sheet or any kind of database. So semi-structured means JSON files. It's a combination of different aspects in the data, like it's a kind of image and also some kind of different types of symbols, and which are not in the form of rows and columns. Especially we can't find them in the form of rows and columns. JSON or XML files, Word documents, Notepad, etc., are considered as semi-structured data. And coming to unstructured, it's completely multimedia data. That means audio, video, and images. So all these things are under data. Now, what is descriptive learning? What is descriptive learning? And also in data we have other two types, like log data and live data. Log data means old one, already recorded data, which is not a live data, which is not a new data. Maybe one before 1 second data is also an old data. It is not live data, it's a log data. It's already recorded, it's saved. Like it's a time to time saving, like how we save everyday CC camera recording. It's a kind of log data. Previous day CC camera recording is a log data, and live CC camera data is what it is streaming currently. That floor scenes and everything is a live data. So that's the difference between log data and live data. This descriptive learning will speak about some kind of insights from the log data. That means old data. What are those insights? What are those insights? Analyzing. What it will analyze? Let's take an example. Let's take an example of some kind of analysis from an SQL file. Some kind of analysis, you need to analyze the data regarding some sort of a shopping mall. So you are a owner of a shopping mall. So in the shopping mall you have 15 spaces, 15 different spaces. That means 15 shops are there for you. 15 shops are there for you. So you are the owner of these 15 spaces, and you will get a rent out of this 15 spaces. That means every month you will be getting some kind of amount as a rent in your bank account. So this descriptive data will try to analyze what type of businesses are running in those 15 spaces. So like food is one kind of business. So and also sports clothes is one kind of business, and so some sort of games, like game stations, everything in a mall, it's a kind of a space, or it's a kind of business, right? So for example, in your 15 space mall you have these three businesses running over there. That means, for example, for food you can take it as 6. For sports clothes or normal textual businesses, it's a kind of 7. And game spaces 2. 6 plus 7 13 plus 2 15, totally 15. So every month how much rent you are getting from food spaces, how much rent you are getting from these textile businesses, and how much amount you are getting as a rent from game stations. So you need to analyze all these things. How you will analyze? Based on the footfalls. That means how many people are getting into those spaces every day, every week, every month. Like every day, every week, and every month. You need to get insights of all this information. Like you have to understand whether you need to distribute or rechange some kind of spaces to other businesses. For example, more than food, if you are getting more footfall for games, you need to distribute some kind of space from this 6 to this 2. That means you need to decrease some kind of spaces, like from 6 to 4 you need to decrease from 6 to 4 in food, and you need to add to this game. Like this analysis need to be performed. So how you need to get that one analysis? How you will get that analysis? From insights of the data. That means a log data which is already done. So this is not a live data. From the past data you will get all the insights and analyze the things. That means it will describe. After analyzing, it will describe everything about this problem. So with whom you want to distribute, what kind of new business you want to establish. So if you want to distribute among these three, it's fine. Otherwise, if you want to add new one more business, you want to distribute these 15 spaces in within these 4. For example, if new one adds the new one, you need to distribute these 15 spaces into these 4 for these 4 businesses. Like this it will describe. So descriptive analysis means from the past data, that means old data, you have to analyze the insights of the data. It will describe what has happened till now with the types of data: structured, semi-structured, and unstructured, and especially log data. That means the old data. If you are performing some kind of analysis on movies, it will be unstructured. If you want to do some kind of analysis on some sort of supermarket or such type of business ideas, you need to go with structured data, because of it will be in the form of rows and columns. So these kind of descriptive, that means information, insights, will be described in descriptive analysis. That means descriptive learning. And this is our first type of learning. And coming to the second type of learning, that is predictive learning. That means predictive learning. Our second type is predictive learning. Prediction. So what is prediction? Trying to identify future. Identify future. So it will show some kind of results. It's a kind of estimation what is going to be happen in the future. So how it will do, how we can predict something. For example, I'm taking same shopping example, shopping mall example. So in that, for example, McDonald's is there, McD is there in one food chain, as of one food chain in that mall. In that 15 spaces, one space is McDonald's. For example, in a week, when they have to keep more food items than previous week. So on what day they are getting so much of footfalls in McD, and what kind of food items customers may request in future. That means next week what type of the food they have to be prepared to make them for their customers. So that means based on the descriptive data, based on the description mentioned in descriptive data, and some kind of analysis done on past data, old data, you will try to find future of that McDonald's branch in that mall. That means you are getting old data and plus adding current data. New means current data, for example current data, and trying to do some kind of machine learning implementation or a deep learning implementation, and you are getting some kind of future result. The result will be one or more types. So that means only one type of result will not be sufficient for our business strategy. So we will be looking over different types of future predictions. So all these predictions will be explained in predictive learning. Predictive learning means we are going to trying to find something from the old data and current data, mixing over those two things and using some kind of machine learning and deep learning models, and we are trying to predict something regarding the future of that specific problem statement. And in this predictive learning, we will get supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. And we are also having an optional called ensemble learning. It's a kind of hybrid model related to deep learning patterns. It will satisfy all the deep learning patterns and some part of machine learning patterns. So these four things will come under predictive learning, not complete learning patterns. It's a kind of part of prediction learning. Okay, so this is the second one. And what is the third one? That means prescriptive learning. Let's start with prescriptive learning. So what is a prescriptive learning? So as name indicates, it will prescribe something. It will tell something, some kind of options or something like that. So prescriptive. It is the combination of both descriptive and predictive learning. That means regarding some small example I am taking for better understanding, I will try to analyze something from this and I will try to predict a pattern to be followed to get some kind of profits in future for MACD. In that specific mall. Okay, so analyzing and giving the data to the predictive learning, and we are getting some kind of predictions. but only one type of prediction is not satisfied. Not only one satisfied. Not one predictive answer, that one prediction answer is not sufficient. We need to have multiple options, multiple results. That means we have different types of rules and regulations in machine learning which will give different types of results. For example, 5 different models I am using for a predictive pattern, and I am getting 5 types of results. So in this 5 types of results, this prescriptive learning will prescribe the alternatives. That means for example, you are checking first model and you are getting 89% of accuracy, but it will also show that if you go with the second model, you may get 86% accuracy. If you are going for third model, you may get around 90% accuracy. If you are going for fourth model, you will get 96% accuracy, and if you are going for fifth model, you are getting 80% accuracy. But as a human, I will go with the fourth model, right? I will go with fourth model because of 96% accuracy. But there are other conditions whether in future this fourth model may fail based on some kind of descriptive and predictive analysis at that moment. So we are not aware of the future things. So only the patterns from descriptive and predictive will be prescribed in this prescriptive learning, and choosing of the model and choosing of the pattern to solve is in our hands. So prescriptive learning will show all the alternatives which are available from predictive pattern and descriptive learning, and it will combine all those things and will show the some kind of alternatives, and we need to choose among those things. Best example here is route map. In this route map, for example, source to destination, we may get three different types of routes. For example, in this three, we need to choose one. That means we can't go three at a time, right? We need to choose only one. So how we will choose one? Based on traffic, based on time. If you have less time to reach, you will go with best and try to go with some kind of plain road. You will choose some kind of plain road. So if it is a I mean some kind of free time, and you have no urgent work, then you will go for any kind of long journey or something. Some kind of choice will be there for you according to your mood swings. So based on your requirement, you will choose one path, one route from three different types of routes which are being provided for you from the Google Maps. So that is a prescriptive learning. So it will try to predict something from the patterns. It predicted three, and it will show you as a prescriptive. You will choose one among that one. And how it will get that predictive patterns? It will analyze the data. What type of data it will analyze? It will analyze number of mobile phones running in that specific area. So it will analyze that one. It will give the data to predictive model, and the predictive model will predict some kind of best routes for you, and it will give you as a prescriptive result, and from that prescriptive you will choose one. So this is the flow of machine learning or artificial intelligence. Basically artificial intelligence, it will go. So it is not about supervised learning, it is not about unsupervised learning, it is not about ensemble or reinforcement learning. It is about descriptive learning, predictive learning, and prescriptive learning. So these three are the only learnings available in artificial intelligence. I hope this video will help you a lot to learn artificial intelligence. If you are a beginner, you need to go through all these things. You need to understand what is descriptive, what is predictive, and what is prescriptive. Then start learning machine learning or artificial intelligence, any kind of course you want to learn. So with this, I will sign off from this video, and let's meet in next video on some kind of machine learning algorithms. So until unless, signing off. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon, like the video, share the video, and comment your views in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.